Hey everybody, there's more to these North Korea patterns that have been playing out recently. It also ties into the Tuesday the 18th thing that has been a watch date since last year. We know the Jerusalem synagogue attack occurred on that date last month, but also on that date it was reported that the UN General Assembly voted to officially recommend that Kim Jong, the North Korean leader, be prosecuted in the International Criminal Court. This was reported on Tuesday, November 18th. And remember, last February, the same thing was occurring on Tuesday, the 18th. This is a news article posted by CNN on that day, Abundant Evidence of Crimes Against Humanity in North Korea. This was posted on Tuesday, February 18th, and this one was posted Tuesday, November 18th. And in this one, it was reported the UN would recommend the North Korean leaders be prosecuted by the International Court. So this may actually be the important events that occurred both on Tuesday the 18th in February and Tuesday the 18th in November. It may be warning about this UN targeting of North Korea. Anyway, North Korea denies the allegations. They say they do not imprison people for political reasons. They say they're democratic and value freedom of speech and freedom of the press and women's rights. But I think it's important to understand the history between the UN and North Korea. This worldwide UN nuclear treaty that Obama won the Peace Prize for promoting in 2009, but for some reason the media never talks about. This treaty has been signed by practically every country in the world except for Israel, India, Pakistan, South Sudan, and North Korea. So it shouldn't be surprising that the UN would target these countries because they want them to sign the treaty. Well, North Korea is a little bit different from these other countries because it's the only one that had previously signed the treaty but withdrew from it in 2003. Well, the other thing is we know the UN was originally founded by two men from France and the UK, and the UK sent ships to Cuba on our watch date here in December 1st, and I'm sure that had something to do with the fact that Cuba was opposed to the recent UN recommendation to prosecute North Korea. Because it says here Cuba actually drafted an amendment to that UN recommendation to prosecute North Korean leaders. And it did that, Cuba did that in defense of North Korea. So here you have the UK ship arriving in Cuba just a couple of weeks later. It seemed like a way for them to keep Cuba in check. And that also occurred on another one of our watch dates, December 1st, which was exactly 1,260 days prior to the 70th anniversary of the founding of Israel. And also on that date, the hammer attack occurred in St. Louis. And I couldn't help but notice the reference to the hammer. I mean, it's sick, but the hammer was the symbol of communism. And I just have to wonder if this is somehow tied into everything that's going on. If this is maybe another clue that this Ferguson event was orchestrated, possibly by the Communist Dragon. I mean, remember that 8/15 release of the Ferguson verdict and how that connects back to the Japan nuclear holocaust that occurred 70 years ago. So this 70 years, it just keeps popping up again and again. The December 1st watch was also the date the Russians sent another convoy into Ukraine. And we know the Russia-Ukraine situation is also connected to this Tuesday the 18th thing, because that started exactly between Tuesday, February 18th and Tuesday, March 18th. I mean, this whole thing is so bizarre. We talked about that in a video a couple of weeks ago. But the Russians are also being sanctioned by the UN right now after the Ukrainian president refused a financial deal with the UN roughly a year ago in favor of a deal with Russia. So now the UN is sanctioning Russia and also North Korea. So it seems like we're being warned right now through this about Russia and North Korea. So I just wanted to throw that out there. This is also seems to be connected to the asteroid impact warnings, but I'm going to go into that in another video. I'll try to remember to leave a link right here. I'll talk to you guys later.